What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach, author, and I've been sober for the past 7 years. Today, we're going to be talking about how to stop your fast brain at night without a drink. Let's get into the video. What's up, guys? If your brain refuses to shut off at night unless you pour a drink, this video is going to be for you. I used to pour a glass just to turn off my thoughts until I learned what my brain was actually trying to do. If you have something called ADHD or fast brain, you have your brain is just wired a little bit different. You're driven by dopamine, you're driven by reward seeking, and you're overstimulated, and sometimes you're understimulated. And there's all these things that are kind of building up into this need to have a drink to either shut off your mind or to alleviate boredom. And at night, when external stimulation drops, your brain starts replaying every unfinished loop of the day. There's two parts of your brain that actually are at work. So there's something called the task positive network and the default mode network, right? So in the task positive network, you're out there, you're doing things, you're awesome, you're driven, you're excited. Sometimes you get overstimulated, and then your brain keeps racing. And then if you go home and you don't have any breaks or anything to stop that overstimulation, you just abruptly stop. And then that default mode network's gonna come in, and that's where the ruminating and the things start going, because you're overstimulated and you can't seem to shut that part off, right? And I know that I've been there. My brain used to run all the time on the super fast speed, and the only thing that shut it off was alcohol. And the craving isn't for alcohol, it's just for relief and regulation, right? Because alcohol mimics that for just a bit, right? It can mimic relief, it can mimic reward, but it backfires because you get poor sleep, rebound anxiety, and even more dysregulation the next day, right? Have you ever woke up and had that anxiety, that guilt, that shame, that anxiety, that depression? All those things are bad for people, but they're even worse for us with ADHD or ADHD tendencies, because it's this rebound effect that your brain's trying to rebalance itself. And when dopamine drops, cortisol rises and your mind starts to race, right? Because when you're drinking, alcohol releases something called GABA. It's a temporary calm, and the brain compensates, and you get double the anxiety later. What your brain really needs is predictable wind down cues and sensory safety. So we're gonna show you how to do that today, with something in the fast brain sobriety method, that we're gonna do three little parts here to get you going. So number one is regulate your body, right? You want to breathe with a 4 in, a 4 out. Just kind of regulate your nervous system. This gets you back in the parasympathetic nervous system, and it just helps you kind of unwind, and just disrupt these patterns and kind of get you to where you want to go. I know it sounds simple, I know it sounds like something that might not work, but just give it a try taking a couple deep breaths in and out, 4 at a time, 4 in, 4 out. That's called a power pause. And what this power pause does is it gets your brain back into your body, and you kind of learn to relax, you kind of learn to respond instead of react to these cravings. You can also do a quick cold rinse or temperature shift, like a sauna or a cold rinse. That's going to reset your nervous system as well. And then you're going to want to rewire that loop. When thoughts spiral, when thoughts start spiraling, either get up and move around. If you want to walk around the house, it's a great way to get out of this default mode network. Or grab a notebook and write every thought down, everything that's bothering you, everything that you need to think about, ideas, thoughts, overthinking, what's going to happen, and kind of get that on paper and just tell yourself, I will deal with this tomorrow. That gets everything out of your brain. This brain dump works for a lot of people. Just kind of get everything out of their brain and move forward. And you're teaching your brain that it's safe to rest, because rest is important. You need to teach your brain that it's safe to do that. And some people, if they can't get out of this mode, they just visualize it. There was one guy I heard of that just visualizes himself up in a golf game, right? And he says he can't even get to the 9th round before he falls asleep. So you can use that visualization, that overthinking, the visualization, to a positive as well. And then we're going to want to try to reclaim control, right? Replace alcohol ritual with a powered down routine, right? Have a nighttime routine, dim the lights, have a slow playlist in your bedroom, take a magnesium drink. Magnesium is great to make you sleepy. Drink a herbal tea. A big one is not have screens in your bedroom or screens around you before bed. I'm really bad for this too. I have to work on it. Everybody does, but not having screens before bed is going to be super helpful to make sure that you get that good rest that you want. So, and when you have these things in your life and you do this for a week, your brain's going to start trusting the process, right? You're going to fall asleep faster. You're going to wake up clear, and stop relying on alcohol for peace, because alcohol is a liar. It's never going to give you peace. It's never going to give you the things it says it's going to give you. It's just going to give you more pain, and those things in your life. So you don't want that. You want peace. That this is what I mean when I say train your brain. Don't shame your brain, because when we start training our brain and we stop shaming our brain, we stop having those labels, we're going to be able to move forward and live a life and work with our brain brains instead of, fighting against us. So this hits home. Subscribe to the Fast Brain Sobriety. On this channel, we do daily videos where we turn ADHD awareness into action and show you how to reset, rewire, and reclaim your life and take back your edge alcohol free. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope this video helped. If it did, give me a like, a share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.